What's up, boys? Long time no see. It's been about, I want to say, I haven't created a video in like a week and a half. The hiatus took a little bit longer than I was expecting. Also, your boy shaved his beard. I kind of rocking the goatee mustache look. Went a little fucking bonkers and shaved off the beard. But I think it's a look. I don't think it's terrible. But with that being said, we got a little bit of legs on the agenda today. We are officially, I want to say the last video I made consistently was right around the 15-week out mark. So 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago, we are officially 13 weeks out, going into 12 weeks out. So I'm very excited about that. And we've been progressing how I would like it to, going in the right direction. So that's been a win. But with that being said, I do plan on hopping back on the wave. Obviously, keeping you guys updated on a week-to-week basis on how prep's going. It's been going well. I mean, like I said, I just kind of locked in. Was more kind of just headphoning it out, right? Just getting into the gym, throwing on the headphones, and locking it in, boys. But with that being said, I do want to keep you guys updated week to week on how it's looking. Obviously, how we're progressing. And then the closer we get, the more I think I'll drop physique reviews. But with that being said, like I said, doing a lot of yapping. Got a little bit of legs on the agenda today, but I'll catch you boys inside. All right, boys, we got 4 1/4 here. You guys already know the deal. 3 sets, 8 to 12. I don't know how today's going to go. I'm going to be honest with you, boys. My legs are still minging from my last leg day, and I'm like, which was earlier in the week. I hit legs twice, but I'm thinking we at least get 3 sets of 8 out of this, right? That's the goal, the ambition, right? I would love to get 12. But we'll see how heavy it feels. The warm-ups, boys. The warm-ups, hey, something malicious. Let's work. Come on. 2 more. Come on. 1 more. Come on. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get 3 sets of 8 today, boys. 3 sets of 8. But we're going to do this. We got squats. After squats, do some lunges. After lunges, some pendulums. Just because it is my quad-focused leg day. So it'll be a lot more quad movements than it will be hamstrings. I'm thinking about finishing off with 2 hamstrings. 4 sets of pop. But I'm thinking that's how we structure today. But boy, that felt heavier than it usually does. It's probably because we're deep in the calorie deficit. Your boy finally's under 2,000, which sucks. Eating less than 2,000 calories sucks. And we're at an hour of cardio, right? So how I've structured it, which I've been seeing good progress out of it, at least for the week and a half that I wasn't filming content. I've been structuring it. Sorry, boys, trying to catch my breath here. I've been structuring it an hour of walking in an incline, and then I've been incorporating stairs, but instead of having a time duration, I'll have a calorie count for the stairs. So it'll be an hour of walking on an incline treadmill. And then right now I've worked up to, I want to say 200 net calories on stair stepper a day. So that, depending on how crazy I go on stair stepper, that might be an hour, 15 minutes. That might be an hour, 20 minutes. Might be an hour, 25. If I'm really kind of keeping the pace slow, or
I'm just going through the motions. It might be an hour and a half. But I find that calorie target is a lot better for me stair stepper wise. I would like eventually for my primary calorie, like cardio, not calorie, my primary cardio to be stair stepper. But for right now, I think that walking on an incline treadmill is good. It's been getting me where I need it to be. So I think I'm going to keep rocking with that. And then the deeper we get, obviously incorporate a lot more of stairs. It's where I'm thinking the most I want to get to by the end of prep is 2.5 hours of cardio. 2.5 hours is kind of like, oof, like, oof. You know what I mean? But I find that 2 hours will probably be the money spot. That'll be the one that gets me really there. So 2 hours is inevitable. If I can avoid 2.5, I'm voiding it because I hate cardio, boys. I hate cardio. But it's one of those things. If I'm really trying to get ready, I'm really trying to get show ready. I got to do it. Got to do it. And you can only pull so many calories before it starts having a negative impact. Just because calories and cardio, it's more of like they complement one another, right? They both have to be in a constant balance. It's like yin and yang, right? Can't have too much of one or the other might not be as optimal, right? So you got to find a good balance, boys. And that's what I'm trying to find is like the good balance to where I can still keep my size, not necessarily keep all of it, but maintain as much as possible. And then obviously shred out as we go. And I think the lowest I want to get calorie wise is like 1600. 1600, I think, will be like, okay, at that point, my stay weight is 202. My maintenance calories is in between 3000 and 3500. 1600 calories. But I think that'll be kind of where I think that's the lowest, the floor I want to hit. If I have to go past that, obviously I'll go past that. But right now, that's the goal floor calorie count. And the ceiling for cardio is about 2.5 hours. Now, obviously, the further we get into prep, those may fluctuate, but right now, that's where the ceiling and the floor are standing. But I'm going to go ahead, get a swig of water, boys, wrap these knees up, and then we'll get after the next set. All right, boys. Set number 2. Let's get after it. I used to love squats. I used to love them. Now, as I've gotten older, I've progressively started to hate them. Not because it's hard, but because my knees hate me now. My knees used to be cool. Me and my knees used to be tight. Now, my knees despise me. So it kind of makes squats not as fun as they used to be, you know? But nonetheless, we're going to do it. Let's work. Three more. Come on. One more. Let's get 9. Come on. Ooh. Oh, that was fun. We got one more set there, boys. One more set, and then we got some lunges. Last set here, boys. Last set here. Almost smoked my dome piece. Good thing I didn't. Last set here, though. All right. Procrastination. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is that last set. Boys. Let me tell you a little secret. Come here. I'm not really looking forward to it. But we're going to do it. Let's work. Four more. Come on. Three more. Two more. One more. Come on. Woo! All right, we're on the lunges now, boys. We're on the lunges. Thank God, because that was not fun. So I'm going to go ahead and unwrap these knees real quick. Load up the weight for lunges. And we're going to get after lunges. All right, boys, let's get after these lunges. Boom. Boom. Oh, that's money. That's work. One more. Oh, 3 more sets there. 3 more, boys. All right, boys, let's get this next set. Oh, okay, that's money. That's money, boys. Two more. 2 more. One more. Oh, 2 more sets there, boy. 2 more sets there, boys. Ah. All right, we got 2 more sets here, boys. 2 more sets here, and then we're on the pendulums. Okay. Okay. Let's work. One more. 1 more set there, boys. 1 more set, and then we're on to the pendulums over there. All right, last set here, boys. Last set here. Then we're on the pendulums. All right, let's go. Oh, okay. On to pendulums, boy. On to pendulums, boys. Almost done. All right, boys, we got a little bit of pendulums here. Usually I go 4. I forgot my knee sleeves today, I know. Rome, what are you doing? You're selling the bag. I am. I'm selling it for free, $99 right now. But we got to work with what we got. I don't want to necessarily use the wraps on this. I prefer the sleeves. So I'm just going to rock it raw dog. You know? I'm just going to raw dog it. Full sender. Go 3 plates. And then we got 4 sets here. So I think I'm going to work with 3 wheels for all 4 sets. And hopefully we get 4 sets of 12 out of this. Because we're going 90 pounds less than we normally do. We're just being a big old pussy today, but hey, it is what it is. Let's work. One more. All right, boys, we got 3 more here. That last set went well. So we're going to get under it and work. Get 3 more sets of 12 out of this. You know? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's get to work. 2 more sets there, boys. 2 more. All right, boys. Last 2 sets here. Last 2 sets here. Let's work. Let's get another set of 12. Then end strong with 1 more set of 12. Let's work. Four more. Huh? One more. We got 1 more set there, boys. Last set here, boys. Then after this, I think we're gonna do double quad extensions. After double quad extensions, we'll do the 2 hamstring movements I wanna do. Total of 6 exercises. 4 for quads, 2 for hammies. That'll bring us at what? 23 sets. 23 working sets. That'll put us at 8 for hamstrings and 15 for quads. I think that's a good day. Just enough to stimulate front and back of the legs. You know what I mean? Stimulate the front and the back. And then you might be asking, Rome, why aren't you doing abductors, adductors? It's because I do them every other day. I do abductors, adductors, and calves every other day. I find that training them frequently, like that, doing 4 sets of adductors every other day has been a little bit more optimal for me. I feel like it's been helping my hip mobility. I feel like I've been able to get a lot deeper. And then I've realized that my abductors, adductors, and calves can take a lot of abuse. And then same with my abs. So I'll hit abs every other day like I do abductors, adductors, and calves. But say Monday I'm hitting abs. Tuesday I'll hit abductors, adductors, calves. Wednesday abs. And then just rotate them so on and so forth like that. So some weeks I'll hit abs 4 times a week. Some weeks I'll hit abductors, adductors, and calves 4 times a week. But at the very minimum, I'm touching those 4 muscle groups 3 times a week. So I find that I've been doing that for the past, I want to say week and a half, 2 weeks. It's been optimal. I feel like it's been making not only good development for my inner quads, I feel like it's also been helping my hip mobility and transitioning over into my posing. When I'm hitting my front relaxed or when I'm hitting front double, right? I'm starting to see it a little bit more in my legs than I did prior. So I feel like that's been a little bit more beneficial, right? Could be a placebo. Could be 2 weeks of me doing it and I'm like, oh, this is golden. And it's just my mind. But I think long term it is making a benefit, right? I think it is a net benefit instead of a net negative, right? More of an asset than a liability. But yeah, that's a lot of yapping. So we're gonna go ahead and get this next set. Four more. 3 more. 1 more. Oh, that's better. All right, boys. I'll catch you on double quad extensions. All right, boys. We got a little bit of quad extensions here. Let's work. One more. 3 more sets there, boys. All right, boys. Let's get it. Woo, 2 more. All right, let's get it. Last 2 sets, boys. One more. One more set, boys. All right, let's set, boys. Let's set. All right, on the hamstrings now, boys. All right, boys, we got some hamstrings off of, what is this? What machine is this? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Hex, right? This is going to be RDLs out of the Hex. I've been seeing it all over social media. I wanted to get a different variation for hamstrings. So I started trying this, started messing around with it one day, and I love it. I feel like I get a great stretch in the hamstrings. And unlike with RDLs, dumbbell or barbell, I don't have to necessarily overload the weight to get a good stretch in the hamstrings and glutes. I can put a plate on each side of this. As long as I'm getting a slow decline, I feel like I'm getting a great stretch through those hamstrings and glutes. And then coming up, I found that when I come up, on the way up, to not lock all the way out, just come up just above a 45 to keep that constant tension on those lower hamstrings. I'm not lower hamstrings, but those hamstrings and glutes, and keep it off of the lower back. That's what I meant. But let's get to work. Get a nice base here, and then sit into it. Boom. You see how I'm keeping a nice flat back, boys? It's not rounding too much. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for. Oh, this is so god tier. Two more. One more. One more. Oh, that's better. 3 more sets there. 3 more sets there, boys, but that is a game changer. I'd recommend it. If you have a hack machine that's at a decent angle, I'd recommend checking it out. It's a vibe. It's a win. We got 3 more here, though. All right, boys, we got 3 more here. Let's work. Get a nice space here. And we're working. Two more. One more. One more. Oh, that's butter. That was money, boys. All right. We got 2 more there. All right, boys. Let's work. We got 2 more here. The only thing that sucks is getting it unracked and racked. That's the worst part about this, but other than that, it's money. That's money. We got 1 more there, boys. All right. Last set here, boys. Let's work. Walk it out a little bit here. Big stretch. Oh, that's money. That's a beautiful movement, boys. I'd recommend checking it out. But we got 1 more hamstring movement, and then we're done for this leg day. Let's get on to the next one. All right, boys, let's work. Got single hamstring curls here. Oh, that's money. One more. Oh, that's butter. That's butter. I know this angle isn't optimal to kind of see how good it is, but if you got one of these machines, boys, this is prime A god tier machine right here. Right? This is 5-star Wagyu beef for hamstrings. Great stretch, great curl. It's honestly just an overall amazing machine. If your gym has it and you're not using it, you're missing out. It's a vibe. It's great. Let's work. One more. We got 3 more sets there, boys. 3 more sets. But I'm feeling good about that. Feeling good, feeling great. That was nice. All right, boys, let's get these next 3 sets. Woo! Only got 10 there. I think I'm going to drop the weight. This is another machine that I don't have to overload it to get a good contraction in the hamstring. I find that this is a machine that I can do. I have a 45 and a 5 and a 10 on, and I get a great stretch and then contraction in the hamstring. Feel like this is kind of a slept on machine, but for overall hamstring development, it is essential. It is God tier. This is realistically where I'll probably get most of my striations from, especially in the glutes and hamstrings, like from the back shot when I'm hitting the back double. I think this will be one of the machines that will be able to contribute. If I have a lights out back shot from down low, this is going to be one of them, right? This and stair stepper, I think those are going to be 2 things that at the end of prep, I'll be like, man, my hamstrings and glutes really came a far way. We really were able to develop them and dig them out this prep. And those 2, between this hamstring and then stair stepper, I think those are going to be the difference makers. I think those are going to be the things that when I look back and be like, those were the game changers for me. So let's hit this next set. Okay, I'm going to drop it 10 pounds, boys, just so I can finish out that set with those last 2 sets. Finish out those last 2 sets. My mind, I threw pre-workout back in the mix, dry scooping. My cognitive function isn't at max capacity. Between the caffeine high and the lack of carbohydrates, my mind is jello right now. But hey, we're going to get through it. Nothing to it but to do it and get through it. But I'm going to go ahead and take the weight off. We can get after the next set, boys. All right, boys, we got 2 more here. 2 more here, and then I'm going to finish out with some cardio, and I'll catch you guys on the outro. But that being said, let's get after the last two sets here. All right, let's get this other side. Let's tag this other side, boys. Let's work. End strong, finish strong. Let's go. All right, we got 1 more set there, boys. 1 more set here, and then we're on the cardio. All right, boys, let's get it. Last set's here. One more. All right, let's get this other side. Let's work. Let's work, boys. Woo! that's it for today's leg day, boys. I'm gonna go ahead and get the cardio in. After the cardio, I'll hit you boys with an outro, but I'll catch you then.
All right, boys, that's another one in the books. It was a good overall leg day. I think the weight moved well. I obviously just got done with the cardio. Ended up doing I did 15 minutes on the bike and then an hour on the treadmill. I did 15 minutes on the bike just because I wanted to loosen up my legs post leg day, just for the hour that I had planned. So I think that kind of helped it out and made it go by a lot smoother. Hopefully I didn't just walk away all my gains, but that being said, that's another one in the books. We are officially 13 going into 12 weeks out, and I feel good. I feel great. The energy was real low the last couple of times I was filming, but I think my body's become accustomed to the deficit, the calories, the cardio. It was all hitting me at once. Now my body's adapted. I feel good. My body's functioning kind of, I wouldn't say at max capacity, but functioning at a good spot to where I can kind of take it to the chin and keep pushing. But with that being said, I'll catch you boys in the next video.